Hi, it's Apostle Rosalind Solomon again, YouTube channel. And this is my last video for today. And this is the first time I've done so many videos on one day in a long time. So this should last you all week into this coming weekend when I do some more videos. This Friday or Saturday or Sunday. So you got enough to last you. Okay? And I won't be live this week or next week, just letting y'all know that. I'm getting all cut up. I got to do my book, guys. I did the book, the prayer book. It's called Holy Fire Prayers. It should be out this week. It's 300 something pages. And I got one more prayer book. It's already done and uploaded. I just got to do the book cover. All right. Then I got to try and work out a deal with this guy to put up the pictures for me. If he charges me too much, guys, I'm going to have to do it myself. So don't be looking for the site to the end of the month, beginning of next month. Also, I'm going to start selling my oil and my miracle healing cream before this month is out. I'm going to see if I could do it on the website. If not, I'll do it the way I was doing it before, where y'all send it to my my shop glory email, like on PayPal, and do it that way. All right, so I should be doing that before the month is out, because people keep asking me, when you gonna sell the oil? And then when you buy the oil, I had to go up $2, guys, because the UPS and post office is very expensive. So it's gonna be $49 for an 8-ounce bottle, and you get a 6 to 8 ounce bottle of water with it. The cream will be separate. I'm gonna sell that for about probably like 35 to 40 for that, because it's real big and I got to pay for shipping for that. So shipping will be included for that. So get your money ready. Don't send it in yet, but get your money ready for the end of this month. Okay, here's the word for next week. I used to get words every week, but time just gets away from me. So at times I will be giving you a weekly word at times. Not all the time, but at times. Just like I give you monthly words at times. Like this year, God been giving me a monthly word almost every month. Sometimes he don't give me a monthly word. So here is the monthly word. I mean, the first week of November. Actually starting now until next Saturday, right? So now, this is for the people who are in need of a different outcome. You need an outcome to be totally different. The Lord said that you got to make adjustments to the operation, to the methods of the operation in your life. The Lord is saying in these days, it's very imperative that we look through the clear lenses of truth and our reality, regardless of how much deception has become in this world. The Lord said we must be honest with ourselves and do not blame others for our shortcomings, like I told y'all before, right? I gave y'all that in another word. He wanted me to give y'all that again. Hold on. Because things are speeding up, rapidly, So now, the Lord also says for this week coming, when you are in a holding pattern, doesn't mean you're delayed. But when you're in a holding pattern where things seem like there's like no changes, you're not progressing, you see others progressing before you, that came with you or after you or just before you, and you're like wondering why you're not progressing, why your life, ministry, job, whatever it is, why you haven't gotten married yet, had a baby yet, financially things haven't changed yet, you've been looking for work, you can't get it. The Lord said this time of waiting can be either be fruitless or fruitful. The Lord said you could do nothing about your situation, and you could or either you could take advantage of the time to examine your attitudes and your motivations and make positive, lasting changes. But don't let the opportunity pass you by. He gave Galatians 2-4, and I'll read 4. But let each one examine his own work, and then he will have rejoicing in himself alone and not another. So what the Lord is saying this week, we all need to take reflection on our attitudes, while we're in a holding pattern. and you're seeing no change or progress, that's why, because you some people are in a holding pattern. When you're in a holding pattern, you won't see changes of progress, but changes in progress are really happening. The Lord is really doing something. It just hasn't manifested yet. So what you could do is you could pull it down. You could be like, Father, in the name of Yahushua Jesus, all the changes and progresses that you are making that I have not seen yet. May you remove the density that's between me and it and your desires and my desires to pull the change and progress, doors of opportunity, whatever you're waiting for, to come down. And in the meantime, while I'm waiting for you to do that, help me examine myself. What needs to change in my attitude or my curriculum or my personality traits, so that I won't take these things with me when these doors of opportunity and these changes in progress come for me, that I won't be bringing these things with me into my new season. And help me to motivate myself to have positive, lasting changes. In Yeshua's name. And sis, you can write that down too and send it to me. No hurry. I'm not writing a prayer, but these prayers I'm probably just going to put out there for free. So don't let this time pass you by. The Lord also said this week, be reminded of Yahuwah, the life order that he has for you. And always depend on him. And don't forget, the beginning from the end, and be aware of everything in between. You must know, when you put your life in my hands, I will orchestrate movements with preciseness. And always know that you're not alone. Many people feel alone. You're not alone. God's with you. The Ruach and Yeshua is with you. The Lord says that he bought you for a price with his blood through his son, Yahushua HaMashiach. The precious blood of Yahushua Jesus, Isaiah 42:9. Behold, the former things have come to pass, and new things I declare before thy spring forth. I tell you of them. So, the Lord is basically saying to us, while we're in our holding time, take time to reflect, to ask God to tune you up, fix you, whatever's wrong, because you're about to have doors open to you. This is why God said, don't let this opportunity pass you by. You're about to have doors open to you. And some doors are coming to you whether you're ready or not. There's only a certain amount of time and seasons that God can hold things back from us. There's only a certain amount of time the enemy can hold things back from us. It's going to come a time where Yahuwah is going to have to release what's due you. It's going to come a time the demon's going to have to come out of you or come from out of your life, because everything has a set time, right? It can be extended, but it gets to a point where it can't even be extended anymore. Like, you pay your rent, your landlord could extend for a certain amount of time. Then after that, it's no more. Something has to give, right? So a lot of people is about to be getting stuff. Some may not be ready for it, and some may be ready for it. This is why God is saying, take stock in yourself, talk to him, help him fix you, so you won't mess up your opportunity in different things when they come. Lastly, the Lord says, even though a lot of people may feel strange and a little off balance, I know at times I feel a little off balance because, things get overwhelming, from ministry, from this, from that. And when I feel like that, I go straight to Daddy's arms. And when I do that, he balances me right out. I don't go read a book. I don't even pray. I just be like, Daddy! He's like, what, baby? He's like right there. You know what I mean? And boom, like in a second, I'm back to myself again. The warrior. And God says he's holding us in the palm of his hands, like it says in the Bible. He is our Yahudah, Yahweh, Yeshua, Ruach Hadish. They are our rock. And we are in the place of safety with them, and we will reign with them for eternity. As we make our way through this time on this earth, don't be fearful. Don't be afraid. He is our rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways are justice, and God of truth, and without injustice, righteousness is upright. God had me reading Proverbs this morning. I think it was Proverbs. I can't remember. I know yesterday I read like from 1 to 4, and I think today it was 5 to 7. Not sure. And it had some promises in there. And it was also talking about the strange women. Men got to be careful with strange women. Women got to be careful with strange men. Don't be so eager to date. Don't be so eager to get married. Take your time, because whoever you marry is 90% of your destiny. And a lot of these women are dying by the hands of their boyfriends, especially, and fiancés and husbands, especially bronze people. One lady was married to a guy for 7 years, had 3 kids with him. She was pregnant. I don't know. He got a delusion in his mind that she was cheating, and he killed her. Then another lady married a guy. A couple of months later, she found out he was gay. On Instagram, all these guys were saying how he had slept with them. He murdered her because she found out the truth and wanted to divorce her. See, the breed of men that we're dealing with now, especially bronze black men, many of them did not grow up with a father. Many of them did not grow up with a man in the house. Many of them were abused by men, abused by the father. Many of them, the mothers, didn't raise them right, or maybe spoiled them too much and did not know how to be that father figure. So a lot of these men, especially the bronze men nowadays, they don't know how to handle rejection because they weren't taught. They don't know how to treat a woman because they weren't really taught. They don't know how to treat a lady because they weren't taught. And then some of them grew up with fathers, but the fathers were abusive. They were adulterers. They were cheaters, so they just emulate what they grew up with, and it's manifesting on the women in today's world. And the women in today's world, they're just into the beauty, dragging lashes, all the makeup, different color hair, stuff like that, sexy dressing, booty hanging out, stomach, all the cleavage is hanging out. All they want to do is be on Instagram dancing, acting pretty, being conceited and seductress, being a Jezebel, Cora, Many of them call themselves goddesses and pagan goddesses. They're into witchcraft. They let you know this. They drinking, they smoking, they got 5 and 8 kids, and they're only 20, 25, 30. They get with dudes, don't even check their backgrounds out, don't know nothing about them. One lady was pregnant by a dude she met at a dating thing down here in Georgia. I think Decatur, not sure. She found out she was pregnant. She told the guy she was pregnant. The next day, somebody came to her door. She knew. She opened it, and they shot her multiple times and killed her. None of the family know who the guy was she was dating. 2 models down in Atlanta. One, they found cocaine and something else in her, but she was clearly murdered. The other one, she was so pretty. They beat her so bad that her own family couldn't even see her when they went to the morgue. They couldn't even have an open casket. They beat her that bad, gagged her mouth, tied her hands, tied her foot. When they finished killing her, they stuffed her in the refrigerator. No forced entry. And she was 2 months pregnant by this guy, but he didn't do it. He was so broken. So whoever killed her, they were very angry with her. Maybe she knew something, or somebody was very jealous, or maybe she messed with this guy she was pregnant by. Could have been an ex-girlfriend, but whoever it was, they were very angry with her because they killed her so viciously. This woman suffered from her head to her toe. The people at the morgue had to put her back together. They broke bone, just like every bone in her body. So whoever did it was either outrageously jealous, or she knew something, or the guy she was with, the ex-girlfriend, didn't like it. Because another girl down here on the 23rd got shot and killed. She got engaged to a man, but he was still messing around with his ex. They got into a fight. The ex was a licensed gun carrier. She went and killed the woman. Are you serious? Men, if you still want to mess with your ex, then stay with your ex. Don't put somebody else in it, because now her blood is on his hand. You can't trust nobody nowadays but God himself. And in the dating game, you really need to be walking with Yah so he can show you where to go. Shalom.